So we have talked about the first point in the previous video. First point of objectives of budget, that was reallocation of resources, and to get to detail of that, you can check out that previous video. And now we are going to study about the second point of objectives of budget, and second point is the redistributive activities. Budget of a government shows its comprehensive exercise on the taxation and subsidies. Means it shows that to promote good products, to promote socially useful products, government give us subsidies. But products which are harmful for the society and the human citizens or the human beings of the country, government has put extra taxation policies on those kind of products like alcohol, cigarettes, whiskey, all this kind of stuff. So the second point is government uses fiscal instrument of taxation and subsidies with a view of improving the distribution of income and wealth in the economy. We guys are like very familiar to that wealth is not equally distributed in the economy. If a person is really rich, that will be a really rich. If a person is poor, that will be very poor. So this shows that our wealth is not equally distributed. So to minimize this gap between the rich and the poor and the distribution of wealth, basically, we do there are some kind of practices that government is doing regularly. So these activities will come under this point, this under this objective. This is the main one of the main objective to balance out between both areas of our country, the rich and the poor economy. So the next point is the government reduces the inequality of distribution of income and wealth by imposing taxes on rich and giving subsidies to the poor, or spending more on the welfare of the poor. Means like to minimize this gap, or just to balance out between both of them, government is using this a policy that is called like imposing more taxes on the rich people, so that government will also get profits, and from the profits earned from those rich people from those taxes can be used as a welfare money for the poor, or by giving them subsidies on the basic essential goods like electricity, food, water. There are huge subsidies given to the economic poor people for their well-being and their welfare. So this is one of the criteria, one of the activity that government is doing to minimize this gap between the poor and the rich. It reduces income of rich and raising the living standard of the poor, thus leads to equitable distribution of income. This term is used like equitable distribution of income. So there is a term called equity. Now here this term is introduced because it is one of the most important factor in every aspect of the economy, like whether it's education, food, standard of living, everything. We need equity. Equality is something different from it. Equity is something like, for example, like there's a school, like there are different kind of students are studying there. There's a student from a very rich family. His father's income is like in lakhs per month, and on the other hand there's a student whose father is earning like 10,000, 15,000 per month. So equity will tell to pay the amount, the percentage amount of their income. Like suppose the 10% they have to pay for the education. So if the income is 1 lakh, they will give 10,000 fees per month, but the income is 10,000, they will pay 1,000 per month. So this will equity, they have to pay 10% only, but the equality will say they both have to pay 10,000, no matter what's the income of their father. If the father is earning 10,000, or the 1 lakh, they have to pay 10,000 per month only. This will come under the equality, but the equity will say they have to pay 10% of their income. So this is the basic difference between the equity and the equality. So in this case, government works on the term called equity. And the next point is the expenditure on the special anti-poverty and the employment schemes will be increased to bring more people above poverty line. So as everybody knows, there's a government has set a poverty line, and people below this line will be called poor, and above this line will be called as normal people or the rich people. This will be according to the data which is set by the government. And the expenditure, there are some policies, some bills that are made to bring people above this poverty line. So to reduce income of rich, they will be put some money into the anti poverty and the employment, because when the employment will be generated, automatically the standard of living will raise, the people will become will be above that poverty line. Next point is public distribution system. It should be interfered so that the poor people could get the food grains and other essential items at subsidized prices, because food grains, electricity, water, these are the basic necessity of a human being to live. So government has given a good subsidy on these kind of basic necessities, so that they can put their hard earned money on something better, which is like education, healthcare, all these kind of things. So equitable distribution of income and wealth is a sign of social justice, which is the principle of objective of any welfare state in India. So it is a very, it's a principal objective basically to the equitable distribution of income. This term is very important to go through this chapter. Now, so this was the second objective of budget, and the third objective is stabilizing activities like free play of market forces. There are different businesses, there are supply and demand chain in the market, so they can work according to, there are no foundations that in that. So this will come under the stabilizing activities, because when there are more rules and regulation, they have to follow like more